guys, good morning, good afternoon, good night, depending on where you are. So, well, the number one question I get right now is, Martin, how can I utilize these crazy times the best to be my fastest once we're allowed back on golf courses, right? So nobody knows when that's gonna be, but what you can do is you can work your ass off now, definitely. And I thought it might be a good idea to share my beliefs and my thoughts in terms of speed training with you, because it's actually a couple of very simple principles I follow to get faster. So number one principle is actually pretty easy. It is, an exhausted Martin is slow. And that's why I always start off my speed sessions right at the beginning of a hitting session or at the beginning of a strength session. So what I actually like to do is, let's say I train pull day, right? I'm working on my back muscles. I really like to start off with one compound exercise. So let's say that's a pull-up or a row, barbell row. To get the blood flowing, to get loose. And then right after that, once I feel fresh and ready, I do my speed workout, the entire speed workout. And once I'm done with that, I continue to do the rest of my strength workout. So I don't want to feel exhausted when I'm training for speed. I want to feel fresh. And training for speed doesn't mean that you want to exhaust your body, right? Because you don't want to fatigue any muscles. You actually want to stimulate your nervous system to go faster, right? So you want to get those neurons firing, and that does not mean that you feel exhausted after the workout. It's actually the opposite. So after a good speed workout, you actually feel energized and you really want to keep going, right? And sometimes that's actually challenging because athletes sometimes want to feel exhausted after a workout, right? That does not apply for speed workouts. So, okay, so let's say you've done your pull-ups and you're ready to go. So how do you do it? So what I like to do is I like to keep my sets really short and intense. So what I like to do is I like to start off with a first swing at 80%, a second swing immediately after that one at 90%, and 4 swings at what I say 110%. So I really want to tell myself, hey Martin, you can go faster, right? And that doesn't necessarily mean I'm going harder. So what I figured out after the 2 years, it is right now, 2 years of speed training, is that I'm the fastest when I feel the fastest and not when I feel like I'm swinging the hardest. And I've realized, once I've done this 80, 90, 110 thing, that sometimes I'm the fastest or even as fast at my second swing at 90%. Because sometimes speed feels effortless, right? Fast is not necessarily hard, and you need to figure out how that feels for you. And so principle number 2, fast, not hard. Principle number 3, short sets, because the duration of my sets is roughly 15 to 20 seconds. So when I'm doing the 6 swings, it's bam, 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 going for the 6 swings, and then I'm done with that set and I switch to the next weight, right? It's that simple. And sometimes that doesn't feel as satisfying, but it's actually making you a lot faster. So stick to that and don't try to feel exhausted after a speed workout. So what I do then, or another principle I follow, is I always start off with the lightest stick I have for over speed training. So for super speed golf, that's the green stick, and for swing speed golf, that's the 100 gram weight. I always start off with that one, and I always end my session with that one, right? That's another principle. Start light and end light, right? That's simple. That's principle number 4. And now one last principle, principle number 5. I don't do the knee drill. I hate the knee drill. I've never done the knee drill. Might work for some people, but the only thing that happened, or I fear would happen to me, is I would hurt my back. So I don't do the knee drill. All I do is the normal swing, the lifting of the left heel, and the step drill, and that's about it.